I'm back and we are continuing the UFC 309 Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic fight card. But before we get into it, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share and follow and hit the bell icon to get notified whenever I upload. I had to come back because I forgot to mention we will be doing a live watch party UK time 10 PM for the UFC 309 Stipe Miocic versus Jon Bones Jones. Let's get right into this one. The glasses are way too reflective so I can't use them. We have Viviane Araújo versus Karine Silva. Karine Silva is 18-4, her country is Brazil, she stands at 5 foot 5 inches tall, she weighed at 125.5 pounds in her last win, has a reach of 67 inches and a leg reach of 37 inches, while Viviane Araújo on the other hand is 12-6, her country is Brazil, she stands at 5 foot 4 inches tall, she weighed at 126 pounds in her last win, has a reach of 68 inches and a leg reach of 36.5 inches. Based off of these stats, Karine Silva has a 0.5 inch leg reach advantage, it's fairly close. Viviane has a 1 inch reach advantage and Karine Silva has a 1 inch height advantage. The weight roughly going to be the same anyways, they're going to be the women's flyweight limit, hopefully they weigh in at that. What the fuck's up my shirt? My shirt's green now. Karine Silva has less losses and more wins on her record, while Viviane has more losses and less wins. So there's not much to go off of here except that Viviane has a bit of reach, but it's fairly close for both of these women. Let's move on to win buys to see how they've got it done in their previous fights. With Viviane Araújo having a 25% KO TKO, 33% submission, 42% decision with an average fight time sitting around 16 minutes and a knockdown average of 0, while Karine Silva has a 50% KO TKO, 44% submission, 6% decision with an average fight time sitting around 7 minutes and a knockdown average of 0 as well. Half of Karine Silva's wins are coming by knockout and the other half, near enough, is coming by submission and there's a few by decision. While Viviane, most of her wins are coming by decision, but if we're taking decision out of the equation, most of her wins are coming by submission and then the rest are coming out of KO and TKO. I think based just off of these stats, Karine Silva, keep it on the feet, try and strike, get in range, use your leg kicks, use your striking, of course. And Viviane should get on the inside, cut down that range, take her down, go for the submission. But let's move on to significant strikes to see how they performed on the feet in their previous fights. With Karine Silva having an average of 3 punches landed per minute, 35% significant strikes, an average of 3 punches absorbed per minute with a defense of 49%, while Viviane Araújo on the other hand has an average of 4 punches landed per minute, 47% significant strikes, an average of 5 punches absorbed per minute with a 56% defense. Based off of their last fights, Viviane had a better defense, she absorbed a bit more, her significant strikes percentage was quite a bit more than Karine Silva's, and she landed a lot more. Based off of those stats, it appears that Viviane would do very well on the feet against Karine Silva. I feel like it could be a very close fight if it stays on the feet, but of course I want to lean towards Karine Silva with the knockouts. But if she can't knock out Viviane Silva, I think Viviane Silva could win by decision on the feet. But it depends on who takes control and who lands the more significant strikes and who deals the more damage. And I think Karine Silva can do a lot more damage with less shots than Viviane Silva. But let's move on to the grappling to see if it goes into any form of grappling, who could benefit based off their last fights. With Viviane Araújo having an average of 2 takedowns, 40% takedown accuracy, 78% takedown defense with a submission average of 1, while Karine Silva on the other hand had an average of 4 takedowns, 72% takedown accuracy, 0% takedown defense and a submission average of 2. Based off of that, it looked like Karine Silva did a lot better in the grappling, although Viviane defended the takedowns a lot better than Karine Silva. Karine Silva's opponent either attempted none or Karine Silva had very, very poor takedown defense. I feel like Viviane could get underlooked in this fight, but it looked like that she could do a lot better than Karine Silva. Yes, she didn't get as much takedowns, her takedown accuracy was worse than Karine's, but her takedown defense was a lot better, and her performance on the feet in her last fight was a lot better than Karine Silva's. I think this fight will probably go into Viviane's favour, because I think Viviane could outstrike and outclass Karine Silva on the feet, and she can get the takedowns. But that's just based off of the stats and on their last fights, but that is also just my thoughts and my opinions. So putting all the stats together, how do I think this fight should go? I think Viviane Silva should work on the feet a little bit and try and go for the takedowns. Karine Silva, I'd say your striking is good, but compared to Viviane Silva's last fight in striking, I think you should probably try and take it down and go for submissions and try and get a win by a submission. Viviane Silva could probably go for a submission, or she could go for a knockout or decision win in either way. I feel like this could be a very tough fight for Karine Silva, and I'm not going to say it's going to be easy for Viviane Araújo to win, but I think I would probably edge it towards her. But that's just my thoughts and my opinions. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins and how do you think win? Apart from that, I will catch you in a bit. Take care and peace.